please stand for the prayer and the national anthem. Attendu que le Canada est fondé sur des principes qui reconnaissent la suprématie de Dieu et la primauté du droit, prenons un moment de réflexion personnelle. Whereas Canada is founded upon principles that recognize the supremacy of God and the rule of law, let us take a moment of personal reflection. Merci beaucoup. Item 4, additions, deletions, or amendments. We have one addition under 17A for Councillor Saucier for the Living Locally Fair. Anything else? Conseiller Brisson? Oui. Carnaval d'Embrun. Okay. Okay. Adoption of the agenda. Motion to approve the agenda as amended. Need a mover and a seconder. Moved by Councillor Saucier, seconded by Conseiller Lorrain. All those in favor? All those opposed? Carried. Item 6, disclosure pecuniary interest. I see none. Item 7, adoption of minutes. Regular council minutes of December 18, 2017. Special council minutes of December 21st, 2017. Motion to approve the following minutes as presented. I need a mover and seconder. Moved by Conseiller Brisson, seconded by Conseiller Lorrain. Questions, comments? Councillor Saucier.
Okay, it was just on the dates that were given. January 27th, Trivia Night has been postponed until April. And then there was February 3rd was for the Optimists, February 24th for Russell High School, and March 3rd for the Dog Rescue. And I just noticed that date was missing.
Okay, so we'll just adjust the dates. Okay. Okay, so motion to approve the following minutes as amended. Monsieur Leduc?
Monsieur le maire, membre du conseil, bonsoir. Juste pour remettre qu'on est trop loin, monsieur le maire, l'ordre du jour indique que c'est la date du 1er janvier. Je viens de voir cette erreur-là, donc il faudrait corriger. C'est pas la bonne copie. On est sur le screen du 15 janvier aussi. OK.
OK.
Au cas où on se trompe, c'est le 15 janvier et non pas le 1er janvier.
Parfait. Merci beaucoup. OK. D'autres questions, commentaires? All those in favor? All those opposed? Carried. Item 8, presentations, we have none. Item 9, delegation petition. Delegation presented by Roland Piet, a request for funding and a letter of support for a pedestrian crossing at 1122 Notre-Dame Street in Embrun. Monsieur Piet, je vous invite à venir to the lectern. Bonsoir.
J'étais km pour y aller, 20 km pour venir, point de traversée. Il y a une autre intersection qui n'a aucun contrôle trafic, qui est juste au coin de la propriété de chez nous, qui est à 100 mètres de la propriété que je parle, dans le 22. Mais encore là, il n'y a aucun trafic, contrôle de trafic là. Puis le comté de Prescott-Russell, on m'a dit que c'est une route de comté, une artère principale qui va mettre aucun empêchement de trafic sur la route si possible. Pour eux autres, c'est une artère principale, il faut que le trafic bouge. Donc, mettre des yields, mettre des stops, mettre des lumières, hors de question de les autres sur la route principale. Un autre point que je vous pointer à vous autres, c'est qu'il n'y a aucune traverse aux 4 km. Si tu pars de la poste office, la prochaine place que je peux traverser légalement où il y a un stop, c'est aux 4 points du nord. Ça, c'est 4 km de route, puis ça sort en dehors du village. Il y a un trottoir. Là, j'ai une photo numéro 3 qui vous montre, c'est un Google Maps qui vous montre la distance dont je parle ici. Là, c'est vraiment une grande distance. Les trottoirs, il y en a un sur le côté nord. Le trottoir va finir dépassé la pointe Pinot-Zoram par 3-4 maisons. J'avais une photo qui ne montrait pas vraiment bien, mais vous voyez que ça finit pas mal plus loin le trottoir. Après le trottoir, il n'y a rien. On s'en va vers les limites du village qui sont. À mon opinion, le village est coupé en deux. Il n'y a aucune place que les piétons peuvent traverser. Il faudrait faire mettre une traverse quelque part pour les piétons. Puis la dernière place qui est possible, c'est jusqu'à le trottoir fini. Moi, je préférais l'avoir en avant de 11-22, où il y a la plus haute densité de population qui aurait besoin de la traverse. Une autre affaire, c'est que le trottoir est sur le côté nord. La propriété que je parle de 11-22, c'est le côté sud. Fait que sur le côté sud, la route 3 est de l'asphalte. On a complètement pavé. On a complètement pavé pour nettoyer l'hiver. Et si elle est nettoyée avec les charrues, elle n'est pas nettoyée avec le sel. Pour marcher sur l'accotement, c'est pas ça pour l'hiver. L'été, l'accotement est là. Mais la loi dit qu'il faut que tu marches en faisant face au trafic. Tu ne marches pas avec le trafic avant. Si je sors de la propriété 11-22, je vais aller n'importe où, je peux descendre le village, pas de problème. Pour revenir, je pense avec le trafic dans le dos, c'est pas un chemin ouvert. Quand je reviens avec le trafic dans le dos, c'est possible. C'est pas la façon de marcher sur le bord d'un chemin, surtout s'il y a un trottoir. C'est une demande. Si le bord de la rue pour marcher sur le trottoir, va nous donner une direction. Encore là, je ne peux pas traverser, je peux pas. À moins que je marche un kilomètre, mais je ne peux pas revenir, parce que si je reviens sur le trottoir sur l'autre sens, il faut que je vais voir pour revenir chez nous, on va je suis pris chez nous. Le stationnement de la nouvelle propriété qui a été approuvée, on a augmenté de 6 stationnements. Ils ont 16 unités de plus pour 6 stationnements. Premier problème, vous l'avez approuvé, je suis d'accord avec vous. Quand je vais visiter, il faut que je me stationne quelque part. Puisque je vais me stationner, on va me stationner sur Notre-Dame. Quand on stationne sur Notre-Dame, il y a un côté qui est dans la de l'autre côté, il y a un bel espace pour se stationner entre le trottoir et la route. C'est là où vous stationner. Sur le côté, je peux me stationner sur le côté nord. Sur le côté nord, je débarque de mon voiture, il faut que je fasse du jaywalk pour retourner dans une zone de différente. Si je traverse du côté nord vers le côté sud, j'ai fait une image qui était la numéro 4, le chemin est une courbe. Quand je traverse du sud en allant au nord vers le trottoir, je peux voir le trafic des deux côtés. Quand je suis du côté nord, que je traverse pour aller du sud, j'ai une courbe à ma droite qui vient de l'est, de l'ouest vers l'ouest, où le trafic s'en vient, que je ne peux pas le trafic venir. Je commence à m'engager dans la voie ferrée, dans la voie pour traverser. Les autos arrivent, il faut que je tourne de bord pour le coup, sinon ça va. Alors ça commence encore. Les heures de visite que j'avais à ma mère, moi, c'était 11h à midi, ou l'après-midi, où le trafic est très pesant. C'est à cette heure-là qu'il y a le plus de trafic sur tout le programme. C'est à l'heure que je essaie de traverser, mais la difficulté de traverser. Si on met la traverse minimale que l'on fait aux demandes, qui est deux enseignes avec des peintures à faire, avec la nouvelle loi ontarienne, le trafic est obligé d'arrêter si on regarde en arrière. C'est pas un trafic qui va être arrêté à moins qu'un piéton qui le traverse. Si on mettrait une croisée de chemin qui était vraiment rien, deux lignes avec posé un exemplaire sur votre écran, ça serait le coût minimal. Parce que Russell dit que le coût doit être déclaré à partir de en brun, puis à partir de Prescott Russell. peut-être que le pavillon soit c'était le point que j'avais fait quand je voulais faire une présentation avant qu'il soit approuvé, le terrain, que le pavillon mette un coup la traverse. C'est approuvé sans que j'ai une chance de battre mon coup. Je vous demande votre support pour pouvoir trouver des fonds pour pouvoir mettre une traverse à hauteur de 11 Notre-Dame ou dans la vicinité, louer le personnel, comme moi, de traverser au pavillon. On est en plus, parce qu'il y a des résidents du pavillon qui ont traversé pour aller.
Merci beaucoup, M. Piette. Questions, commentaires, membres du conseil? Conseiller Lorrain?
More for Monsieur Leduc. So the question about the, and I know Madame Tremblay is not here today, but in terms of when the zoning request came in, I don't believe that there was an option under the Planning Act that allows us to put a condition on the approval for them to put funds towards a crosswalk. Would that be accurate?
Monsieur le membre du conseil, well, I'm not too versed in that obligation, so I could not tell you tonight that it is or is not, so I'd have to really confirm back to council.
Okay. I've never seen.
I will make the request and give you the answer on that.
Yeah, I've never seen that type of request put into a condition before of a zoning change. So that piece there, cette partie-là, je pense pas qu'on aurait pu le faire, même avant que c'est approuvé, de leur forcer de mettre de l'argent, comme une condition de l'approbation. OK?
Ça veut dire que si j'avais été dans le Wembley, il n'y avait pas encore d'aller dans le Wembley. Puis moi, c'est pas,
Exactement.
c'est pas plus que je traverse les autres que vous, le conseil, parce que c'est un accident.
Monsieur Piette, excuse, si tu veux parler, je vais revenir au...
J'en tiens pas au développeur. Moi, j'ai pour mon dire que la ville d'en Bologne devrait mettre une traverse.
OK, ça c'est it's two different things. So the first one is, la première chose que j'ai dit, c'était pour ton point de demander au pavillon de payer, je pense pas
On a l'option.
on a l'option de le faire. Et ça fait des années que je suis le président du comité de planning et j'ai jamais entendu un cas similaire. Et notre directeur n'est pas ici ce soir pour valider. Mais la deuxième chose, si tu demandes est-ce qu'il devrait en avoir une, je suis totalement avec vous là-dessus. Je pense qu'il devrait en avoir une, mais je pense que le comté a déjà dit non là-dessus.
Juste pour clarifier, parce que ça a été changé récemment au comté. Durant l'été, je crois l'année passée, on avait fait, les comtés avaient fait une étude pour tous les comtés pour voir où qu'il y avait justification pour avoir des traverses piétonnées. Dans notre cas, il n'y en avait pas. Puis, ils ont changé récemment au mois de novembre ou décembre, je crois, où que la recommandation est faite par le Public Works Committee au comté que si jamais une municipalité demande, ben là, ils vont partager le coût avec la municipalité. Non, juste pour être clair, au niveau des comtés unis, il n'y a pas d'argent dans le budget pour 2018 pour ça. Dans notre cas aussi, je ne crois pas qu'il y a des fonds en 2018 pour une traverse piétonnière à ajouter. Je crois, de notre côté, on a eu plusieurs demandes, M. Bourgon. Je crois, j'avais vu une couple de courriels qui avaient passé à travers des comtés unis.
Merci, M. le maire. Donc, exactement, avec communication reçue aussi avec les comtés, il y a eu 2 demandes jusqu'à présent fait pour le tronçon de Notre-Dame.
OK. Pas nécessairement à ce local ici, mais...
Mais dans son ensemble de Notre-Dame, il y a eu 2 demandes qui ont été faites.
OK. So, peut-être la direction à ce point-ci, c'est peut-être de demander à l'administration de nous amener un rapport pour voir, combien, dans mon opinion, j'aimerais savoir combien une étude, parce que je veux pas nécessairement piecemeal, je veux pas en mettre un, puis après ça, faire un ici, un là, puis après ça, on fait un rapport, puis on se fait dire, ben ça aurait dû ici, puis on n'a pas nécessairement fait la bonne décision au début. Je pense que si on pourrait donner une direction à l'administration, nous ramener un rapport pour, dire c'est combien l'étude va coûter, parce que je ne suis pas certain si on a les fonds dans le budget comme c'est là. Puis 2, à ce point-là, le conseil pourrait débattre si on veut aller trouver les fonds au COPOR pour faire l'étude, pour que, quand ça vient le temps, le budget 2019, on pourrait mettre en place, basé sur le rapport, qu'est-ce qui est nécessaire.
I think we should, if there is gonna be a report, I think we're looking for money, because it could be a growth-related item because of more traffic and whatnot, that maybe look at the development charges to cover off that type of a study. Just to circle back, I think, because this was done before November, when this was approved previously, I think it was last year. That's when I was saying that I think Madame Tremblay had come back and said, no, the counties had said they wouldn't support a
At that point in
crosswalk there
time, yeah.
at that point in time, so.
From what I gather from talking to the county was that one, budget is limited. If your council approves funds to put one in, and will approach us to see if they will put the balance at the county level to put a crosswalk.
Right, that was just changed in November. So that was way
Talking with the gentleman,
that was way before this project was approved.
it's not because you approve the funds that means that they will approve the crosswalk whatsoever. But to start from scratch, I need your support first.
Mhm.
Once I got your support and your commitment to put the funds towards the crosswalk, then we'll approach the county and then fight with them to, yes, budget for the crosswalk. The village being in the lengthwise that we have right now, it's an issue. Like, I got no choice. I got a jaywalk in town, and talking with the county, they were talking about where the coffee shop is, it was a man crosswalk there. But then again, there's a light not that far off, and there's a light on their side not that far off. At my end of the village, in the east end, I got nowhere to cross. It's really nowhere to cross. And we're talking mobility for most of the people.
Question, commentaire? Councillor Saucier?
It's something that's concerned me for a long time is the safety of the seniors, and that road is fast and it's getting busier, and so I think it's something that needs to be addressed.
Conseiller Brisson?
C'est ça. Je ne sais pas si ça prend une étude directement, mais oui, avant d'approuver, j'aimerais savoir aussi les coûts, parce que, veut pas, on n'est pas comme au Nouveau-Brunswick, que le monde sont habitués à voir un crosswalk, puis aussitôt quelqu'un est au bord, qu'il reste passé. C'est moins... souvent, ça va prendre une lumière, mais là, c'est ça, il faudrait voir les coûts associés à chaque crosswalk. Mais je suis 100% dire à cette place-là, pour les personnes âgées, pour traverser, parce qu'il y avait déjà eu d'autres requests, ces choses-là, mais je sais qu'il y en a eu à d'autres endroits aussi, au moins deux autres endroits toujours. Il faudrait tout de même voir le plan général. Puis, je ne sais pas si les comtés unis, vu qu'ils ont changé leur politique, ils n'en ont pas mis d'argent pantoute dans le budget pour des crosswalks.
Je crois que non, pas pour 2018. C'est la décision de faire ce partenariat, il était faite après que le budget y avait été approuvé pour 2018. C'est pour ça que je dis c'était en novembre-décembre. Je crois que le budget il était approuvé au début de novembre, puis après ça, la recommandation est venue au conseil, puis c'était approuvé pour commencer en 2019.
Quand j'ai parlé au comté uni, le monsieur, il m'a dit que pour avoir un crosswalk, réduire le nombre de personnes qui traversent. Il faut qu'il y ait 150 personnes qui traversent la rue dans une période de temps. C'était les nouveaux standards. S'il y avait ça qui matchait, ils disaient oui, vous justifiez mettre une traversée. Là, ça n'existe pas. Dans le village en vrai, il y a nulle part que tu peux mettre 150 personnes qui traversent en même temps. Et il disait que le niveau en l'air avec les lumières au-dessus, c'était 165 000 $ à installer. Il disait que la deuxième option avec un des lumières qui flashaient dans l'enceinte était à 65 000 $. La troisième, encore, tant qu'à moi, tu as des coups de temps, on parle de 30 000 $. Mais j'ai beau m'en dire, même si c'est pas pour la 11-22, c'est pour moi. Là, il faut que je traverse quelque chose. Et là, vous me forcez à faire du gérard. Ça fait pas de sens. Les villages qui n'étaient pas organisés pour traverser, de voir à l'autre quand il n'y a pas deux trottoirs, hein, ça marche pas. Il faudrait que tu mettes un trottoir sur le bord, ça va
comprends ça. Je vais être honnête, je m'en rappelle pas la dernière fois que j'ai attendu que quelqu'un s'est fait donner un ticket pour avoir jaywalké. Je comprends que c'est illégal, mais je pense qu'on n'est pas dans cette situation-là. L'autre affaire, c'est spécialement avec Reduced Mobility, à cette section-là, une des choses qui vient souvent en discussion pour ces choses-là, c'est le false sense of security. À la fin de la journée, pas de différence qui a le droit, le char ou le piéton. Car versus person, car wins every single time. Puis souvent, quand il y a des traverses comme ça, les piétons, ils ont le false sense of security qui disent « Ah, c'est mon droit, puis j'y vais. » Puis ils ne regardent pas, puis pas nécessairement. So, je pense pour ça qu'on veut faire certain que, tu parles que dans la curve, limited visibility, mais tu ne veux pas trouver dans une situation où il y a un crosswalk, puis oui, j'y vais, puis not necessarily paying attention to what's going on. Je suis d'accord qu'on a besoin de plus de crosswalks, ça c'est 100%. Je pense que peut-être M. Leduc ou M. Bourgon peut me donner une idée, mais je pense que j'aimerais avoir un plan, une étude de fait ou quelque chose en place pour nous aider à faire une décision, educated decision, Monsieur Lorrain et M. Leduc.
So I will agree that I think a study is needed, and I think that it's needed not just for that location, but for every crosswalk that we have, because I still don't know, at least I haven't heard, on whether or not we've gotten a legal opinion or an MTO opinion or whoever needs to make a decision as to who has the right of way for our current crosswalks for the trails that cross the roads. And there's a false sense of security already on those, because whether it's the straight ones, the cross ones, the no lines, like there's so many different variations of these crosswalks, and we put those bollards up, and I've had to slam on my brakes for people running across on the trail, and they look at me like I'm the idiot for not stopping. Well, who has the right of way? There's no signage that says who has the right of way, because I have somebody saying, yes, there are signs, but
Stop signs for the pedestrians and the
there's
cyclists.
nothing for the people in the cars, and I've seen so many cars stop, right? So I think we need an education plan there for our residents as well, to ensure. I've seen stuff on Facebook, I've seen stuff on Twitter. Somebody says one thing, somebody says another. So to add more right now to the confusion, I think, is irresponsible. So that's why I think a study needs to be done. Tell us what makes sense. Tell us what is actual, because maybe the ones we have on the road right now are incorrect. I don't know. So I think we definitely need something done there. So.
Monsieur Leduc?
Monsieur le membre du conseil, ça fait partie du plan d'affaires 2018 pour le département de parc et récréation, pour spécifiquement votre point sur les pistes qui traversent. On peut joindre sûrement l'élément des routes. Il faut se rappeler qu'il y a 4 communautés aussi qu'on dessert, donc c'est une question de desservir 4 communautés, qu'est-ce qui est à faire, les prioriser aussi. Donc ça va être possible, mais on va devoir élargir le mandat un petit peu initial pour incorporer tout ça. So, on va regarder ce qui peut être fait par rapport à ça. Je vais aussi mentionner, moi personnellement, quand je parlais de jaywalking, je stationne devant la banque Royale, puis je traverse la rue pour aller à la banque, que je vois pratiquement tous les jours. C'est-tu du jaywalking, ça?
If that is in our plan, Mr. Leduc, do we know whether or not it's going to be done before the summer, or is it going to be done in September, October, when the walking season's done?
Well,
Just want to make sure that we're planning it properly.
it's in the budget, and we're finishing our business plan right now, so we'll know exactly what timeline, but certainly your point is raised to certainly to Céline and to Jonathan, so they'll try and work it out as early as they can to deliver before the next snowfall.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying it because we've done that. It's happened in the past, unfortunately, where we start a project in the front of the arena, as an example, and it wasn't you, so I'm just happy to be recreation in September, when that's when the start of the season was. So just want to make sure we're timing everything. I mean, the budget's done, so let's get on it.
Well, perhaps the administration can come back with some answers as far as to cost, timeline, that kind of stuff. So, any other questions? Merci beaucoup pour votre présentation. C'est quelque chose, oui, que définitivement on va regarder. Merci. Move on to item 10, consent item. Motion that all items listed under consent item be received as presented. A, minutes of Limoges Citizens Committee, November 14, 2017. And B, minutes of Maryville Citizens Committee, November 28, 2017. Need a mover and a seconder. Moved by Councillor Saucier, seconded by Conseiller Brisson. All those in favor? All those opposed? Carried. Item 11, reports from departments and council committees. A, 2017 Audit Service Plan for Deloitte FS 2018. That council received the 2017 Audit Service Plan from Deloitte dated January 15th, 2018. Monsieur Leduc, Monsieur Godin.
Oui, merci, Monsieur le Maire. Bonsoir, membres du Conseil. So now that 2017 is over, l'équipe des finances ont commencé à travailler sur les préparations pour la fin d'année financière. Donc, j'aimerais souhaiter la bienvenue à M. Marc Parent de Deloitte qui est ici pour présenter le plan d'audit. Donc, Marc, je te laisse la parole.
Merci beaucoup, Monsieur le maire et les membres du conseil. Le plan est disponible en français et en anglais. Je vais faire la présentation en anglais. The audit plan is part of our communicating requirements. We have to communicate to members of council what our plan is. It's part of our auditing principles. So it's based on discussions we've had with management, our knowledge of the public sector, and as well as our master services agreement with the township. We also had a planning meeting in October with the finance team where we went through all of last year's audit and we looked at ways to improve efficiencies and to streamline it as much as possible while maintaining a high quality audit. We're starting the audit in the week of February 12th, in which we should be on site for 2 to 3 weeks, depending on the time it's going to take. So our audit plan is the first part explains our audit. The one thing I'd like to point out is materiality. Our materiality is based on the operating and capital budgets. This year, the materiality is $900,000. That's just a number to help us determine the number of testing that we're going to do in each of the sections. And if we find errors based on our testing, then we request of management that they correct any errors that we do find. If there are errors over $45,000 that are not corrected, then we will report those to council. Usually there isn't any because the errors are corrected if they are found. The next point I'd like to point out is the fraud risk point. So although the objective is not to find fraud in our audit, the purpose of our audit is simply to find material misstatements. We do certain procedures to ensure that to assess the risk of fraud. We discuss with management, discuss with council. We do tests of journal entries, and we review controls that are inside the organization, key controls to ensure that there's no management bias or tasks that are delegated to the same person that don't match. The next section I'd like to point out is the complete engagement reporting section, which discusses the documents that we will prepare, which includes this audit plan, our year-end communication, as well as the audited financial statements. Our audit fees are $29,700, which is as per the agreement signed I think 3 years ago. The next page is the significant audit risks, which are the same as last year. It describes what the risks are and what we will do to address those risks. And then Appendix 1 is our audit approach, which again is the same as the previous year. We do change a few things every year just to keep an element of surprise in there, just so that the finance team is on their toes, you know? So this year we have a few things that we're doing different from last year, but
Sounds like council, we like to keep administration on their toes all the time.
yeah, definitely. Appendix 2 lists all the communication requirements that we have to communicate with members of council. And then Appendix 3 is the audit team. Appendix 4 and 5 are new accounting and auditing standards. And then Appendix 6 are the resources that you have access to from our Deloitte website. That's all. Is there any questions?
Thank you very much, Matt. Questions, comments, members of council? Anything to add from the administration? Mr. Godin, pretty standard.
Yeah, pretty standard. No, we've worked with Deloitte for a few years now, and we're pretty confident we'll be able to bring back a good report, probably in April.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup. Item B, Dedicated Gas Tax Funding Agreement, Report FS01 2018. That council receive Report FS01 2018 dated January 15, 2018, and that the proposed bylaw be adopted as presented, authorizing the mayor and the treasurer to enter into agreement between the Township of Russell and the Province of Ontario related to the funding commitment made by the Province of Ontario to the municipality under the dedicated gas tax funds for the Township of Russell's transportation program. Questions, comments, members of council? Conseiller Lorrain.
Just want to confirm that it's in the ballpark amount of what we had anticipated in the budget.
Monsieur Leduc, Monsieur Godin.
Oui, Monsieur le Maire, Councilor Lawrence. So yes, basically with that amount, we have an extra 5,000 surplus in the 2017 budget. And this is a revenue that's in the federal fiscal year, so it's up to April 2018. So we don't have confirmation yet for 2018, 2019, but this does represent a bit of a surplus.
Thank you.
Merci, Monsieur Godin. D'autres questions, commentaires? Monsieur Leduc, est-ce que, I know we have a transportation review by the department being made. That should be done by the time the new fiscal year, new federal fiscal year would start in April?
I would hope so. It's on their way right now, so
Okay.
I would expect it to be done by then.
Yeah.
But I don't know the exact timeline for the delivery to council.
OK. Quelque chose d'autre à ajouter, Monsieur Leduc?
Oui, je pourrais avertir M. le maire que notre sujet, c'est que la conseillère Simard a glissé au sol dans le stationnement à la visite de la caserne. Donc, elle est partie voir le médecin au cas où il n'y a rien de majeur, là, mais
OK.
elle n'est peut-être pas ici ce soir.
OK. Parfait. Non. OK. D'autres questions, commentaires? No. We'll move on to the next item. Item C, pay list December 2017. That council received the pay list for the month of December 2017. Questions, comments, members of council? Anything to add from the administration? No. Item D, signed by law amendment, elections, report CL 13A-2017. That council received report CL 13A 2017 dated January 15th, 2018, and approve as recommended in this report the proposed signed bylaw to amend bylaws 2016-052 and 2017-009 with respect to elections. Questions, comments, members of council? Conseiller Lorrain.
Yes. Is this, I thought we had done all this already. Is this a cleanup? Because we had talked about it and we had voted on it on a few different occasions, so I'm trying to understand what we're doing here.
Monsieur Leduc, Madame Bordeaux.
Well, just to start, last time we presented to council, you requested further reviews and further corrections. We've done so. That's why council did not vote on it last time. That's why we presented to you tonight a revised version. That's why you see in yellow the additions that were made to the report and also to the bylaws. And Mrs. Bordeaux certainly can go through with you some of the details you wish to go through.
Yeah, there was some questions in regards to prior to the 30 days, and we needed, before we passed the actual bylaw, we wanted to make sure everything was cleared up. Monsieur Leduc?
The other thing was also the terminology with regards to provincial and federal elections. Again, that's been addressed in this report and bylaw.
D'autres questions, Conseiller Lorrain?
So if I understand correctly in this, every change in here is in effect for any election, whether it be federal, provincial, or municipal. All of the rules are the same.
Yeah. Madame Bordeaux?
Yes, we did seek legal opinion on the matter, and that's how it came back.
So on the 3 levels of government.
Okay. And I just want to be clear on one other thing in here. It talks about not putting us 7.1.1A3, no person shall erect, locate, or display an election sign or registered third-party sign on or over the Township of Russell property, including roadways, road allowances, and sidewalks. So that's anywhere other than on a private property. Is that my understanding?
Yes.
Okay, so just so it's clear, down in between Embrun and Russell, or on the roadway there, that wouldn't be allowed this time around, or in that area that
Yes.
we were able to put them before.
Exactly.
And that was based on council's recommendation last time. Is that
Yes.
okay? I'd like to pull this item out, please, to be voted on separately.
Pull item D.
Thank you.
Any other questions or comments? No? Quelque chose à ajouter de l'administration? No? Okay. Move on to item E, Community Grants Report PR 01-2018. That council receives report PR 01-2018 dated January 15, 2018, and approves the following department's recommendation for community grants donation in 2018 to the following group. 1. To approve an in-kind grant in the amount of $750 to the Centre de Santé Communautaire de l'Estrie for the rental of the Palais des Sports Hall in Embrun for their weekly exercise workshops. 2. To approve an in-kind grant in the amount of $165 to the 2nd Russell Guide Pathfinder Guiding Unit for the rental of the Frank Kennard Hall for their Paint Night fundraiser on February 2nd, 2018. 3. To approve an in-kind grant to Valeris for children and adults of Prescott Russell in the amount of $474 for the rental of the Palais des Sports Hall in Embrun and the Embrun Community Center Hall in the amount of $1,152 to cover the cost of the bowling alley for their annual Family Day on February 19, 2018. According to the community grants and contribution guidelines, these requests meet our requirements for funding. Questions, comments, members of council? No? Quelque chose d'ajouter de l'administration? No? Pas mal standard. We'll move on. Quick night. Item 12, notice motions, we have none. Item 13, question period on meeting of the day. I'll ask anyone with a question to please come up to the lectern and state your name and address for the record, please.
Charles Armstrong from Castle Street in Embrun. One question, it's concerning item 19, actually, the third sub-item. What is a partnership?
What is a partnership?
Yes, that it would be in closed session.
It's a partnership between two parties. If we were to say who the partnership was with, then it would identify someone. So therefore, it's a partnership. That's all I can tell you.
Okay.
Monsieur Leduc?
To the member du conseil, that's a good question because before we used to say we were limiting ourselves to identifiable individuals, and from the questions from the ombudsman, we've been asked to put something more to it. That's why sometimes we just can't put more to it. That's why it's been limited to that.
Okay. Thank you very much. All right, move on to item 14, resolutions. Motion that council approve all recommendations listed on the agenda under item number 11, reports from departments and council committees. We'll put on the floor and then we'll remove item D from that. So I need a mover and a seconder. Put it on the floor. Moved by Conseiller Lorrain, seconded by Conseiller Saucier. An amendment by Councillor Lorrain to remove item D.
Yes, please.
So moved by Conseiller Lorrain, seconded by Conseiller Brisson. So we'll change the motion. Motion that all council approve all recommendations listed on the agenda under item number 11, reports from departments and council committees, except for item D. All those in favor? All those opposed? Carried. We'll now return to item D, which was the signed bylaw amendment elections. The council received report CL 13A-2017 dated January 15, 2018, and approve as recommended in this report the proposed signed bylaw to amend bylaws 2016-052 and 2017-009 with respect to elections. I need a mover and a seconder. Moved by Conseiller Brisson, seconded by Conseiller Saucier. All those in favor?
Hold on.
Oh, questions? No, my apologies. Questions? Conseiller Lorrain.
I would like to put an amendment on the table to remove 7.1.1A3. And that reads, no person shall erect, locate, or display an election sign or registered third-party sign on or over Township of Russell property, including roadways, road allowances, and sidewalks. or what, or I don't know what it was. I don't see the track change, so I don't know if that was changed previously to where they were able to do it before. So I don't know how to word it properly.
Monsieur Leduc, Madame Bourdeau, I believe if we make that change, there was a whole list of conditions that that council had to determine as far as, the discussion at the time, how big the sign was, how the distance from the lot line and all that kind of stuff was part of the original discussion.
If the section 7.1.1A3 is, in the present bylaw, what it states is no person shall place within 0.5 of a sidewalk, 0.5 meter of a sidewalk, or where there is no sidewalk within 2 meters of the roadway, so as to interfere with obstruct normal pedestrian traffic. So you would leave it the same.
Right. So can I say we would leave that item the same?
You could put that amendment on the table if you wish.
Okay, that's how I want to leave that one the same and not change it. Just when it comes up here, it doesn't show track changes on it.
Okay. Monsieur Leduc?
Maybe the easy, we can confirm Mrs. Bourdeau with me, but the item is that we substitute the following. So then, do not substitute section 7.1.1A3. Then it leaves it as is.
As
now
is.
In the bylaw.
Okay, so do not substitute 7.1.1A3 from its current.
Okay. We have Councillor,
And I will move that.
moved by Conseiller Lorraine. Do we have a seconder? Barring no seconder, then the amendment is not put on, how do you word that? Not put on the table, is not put forward? Not receivable. We'll figure out the terminology, but we all understand what we mean. Okay,
And I will request a registered vote, please.
registered vote.
Yes,
okay.
please.
So, no amendment as stated in the resolution. We have a mover and a seconder. It's already on the table. So all those in favor?
For registered vote.
All those opposed? It pass. We move on to 15, bylaws. Motion that council approve bylaws 2018-001 to 2018-003 inclusively for first, second, and third reading as listed on the agenda. 2018-01 being a signed bylaw amendment to amend bylaws. 2016-052 and 2017-009 with respect to elections, reports CL 13A-2017. 2018-002 being a bylaw to authorize a funding agreement with the Ministry of Transportation for 2017-2018 dedicated gas tax funds for public transportation program, report FS 01-2018. And 2018-003 being a bylaw to amend the Township of Russell official plan designation from residential to commercial in order to permit conversion of existing detached dwelling into a dental office and repeal bylaw 2017-127, property known as 720 Notre Dame Street in Embrun and owned by Jean Brisson. Need a mover and a seconder. Moved by Conseiller Lorrain, seconded by Conseiller Associé. Questions, comments? Conseiller Lorrain?
I'd like to remove item 2018-001 from the consent items, please, and have it voted on separately.
Okay.
And I will move that.
Moved, seconded. Conseiller, to remove, to vote separately. Conseiller Brisson. So that item, all those in favor of removing it? It's removed. So we'll vote on 2018-002 and 2018-003. All those in favor? All those opposed? Carried. We'll vote separately on 2018-001 for the bylaw sign amendment.
I'd like a registered vote, please.
Registered vote. Let's put this one on the table first. Moved by Conseiller Brisson, seconded by Conseiller Lorrain. Registered vote. All those in favor? All those opposed? Carried. Item 16, new business reports, we have none. Item 17, other business presented by council members. We have 17A, Councillor Saucier for the Living Locally Fair. Councillor Saucier.
I just wanted to remind everyone that this Saturday, which is January 20th, is the 10th Annual Living Locally Fair at St. Thomas Aquinas High School from 10 to 4, and there is a really good lunch prepared by all the members of the Russell District Horticultural Society, so I hope to have everyone come out and support local business. Last year, we had 130 vendors, and it's sold out again this year. So, and we had approximately 6,000 visitors through the event. So it's very well attended, and it's free. So come on out.
Thank you very much. This Saturday coming. Monsieur Leduc?
Juste pour confirmer, M. le maire, membre du conseil, que la municipalité va être comme un des vendeurs pour répondre aux questions du public. Surtout répondre aux questions peut-être sur le dôme. Il y a d'autres choses qu'on va pas aussi fournir comme service, mais on est là samedi.
Parfait. Merci beaucoup, Monsieur Leduc. Questions, commentaires? Non? Councilleur Lorrain?
Are we able to sell memberships to the Dome there?
Monsieur Leduc?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, because they're selling some stuff.
Well, we have information. I'm not too sure if we have credit card machines that could be doing that on site. That would be the thing, unless it's cash. But again, maybe not equipped there, but certainly able to respond to all questions and direct and have the proper forms there so they can see.
But they will be able because they're selling.
There's a lot of people there, so a lot of interruptions, a lot of things can happen. But,
And I think for the majority of people, they'd like to actually see what they're paying for. So if they actually go to the Dome to see what it is, they'll be able to sign up as well. Okay, on the free day, yes, yes. I think, while we mentioned that, Madame Guitar could, it's rocking and rolling over there, it's going quite well.
Merci, Monsieur le Maire, membre du conseil. Yeah, it's been rocking and rolling since last Wednesday. Well, obviously, Tuesday night, we welcomed the staff and council and the Kin Club members, and on Wednesday morning we did officially open the door for the first time, and we had customers waiting in the parking lot at 5 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, so since then it's been really busy. We're very happy. We've had a lot of really nice comments on Facebook, on Twitter, on emails, so we're very pleased up to now. Yeah. And this week it's more leagues are starting to come in, so it's another aspect of the Dome. So, and we're very happy because we were able to reach a clientele that we did not have before, were our seniors. So the seniors are really diligently coming to walk every morning. So we sold a lot of passes, so they feel comfortable walking in the Dome because it's safe, it's warm, and I think it's going to be like a little community hub for them. So that's a very nice thing.
Thank you very much,
And I just want to mention, like Councillor Saucier said, we are free days every Wednesday of January. So we still have this week, the 17th, the 24th, and the 31st. And you can still apply for the early bird on for your any passes that you're buying until the end of January.
Parfait. Merci beaucoup. Conseiller Brisson?
Juste savoir aussi, en fait, de booking pour les équipes, comme pour les terrains, tout ça. Est-ce que ça a commencé, ça, ou aussi ça?
Ça a commencé le week-end dernier. Ça a commencé vendredi soir.
Puis là, c'est assez...
Oui, on a déjà pas mal de réservations récurrentes qui vont revenir là, toutes les semaines. Là.
Parfait. Merci beaucoup. I have to say that I was, opening day, Wednesday, I was there like 5:02 a.m. I was like, I was going to be first, and I wasn't. There was actually somebody in the gym ahead of me. I was like, really? That's all good. Conseiller Lorrain.
So and it just goes to show that there's many different groups using the field, right? Because I've heard baseball, I heard football, I heard soccer, I heard golf. So there's all these different uses.
Yeah.
Golf will be coming in the next weeks, but last weekend we already had soccer and baseball. They were doing tryouts for baseball. It's a league from Ottawa, and they're shorter domes, so we're welcoming them, obviously.
Good to hear. Monsieur Leduc. Yep.
Yeah, I was there. It's a league. It's a team from Ottawa, but they cover their district goes from Blair Road to Hawkesbury, including Embrun and Russell. So there were kids from Russell on the team in Embrun training, working out. So also, obviously, Mr. Mayor, members of council, we have some kinks to work out. It's a new building. It's a new business for us. We're learning. There's a learning curve. There's some issues that we have to address. they're being addressed, but I think people are being patient, but then we're trying our best to get with the program completely from now to probably the end of the month before really all set to go.
Yeah, well, I think people, like you say, Mr. Leduc, are understanding. I mean, I keep pointing out the fact that if we had built a new arena, well, we've been running arenas for the last 50 years, we'd know the ins and out of that business, but being a new facility who's brand new for all employees, there will be a learning curve, and I think that people are quite understanding of that. But I haven't heard any negative comments whatsoever. Everybody's extremely happy and proud of the facility that the staff have been able to put together, and my hat's off to the team because it's an incredible accomplishment, and the public is very impressed as to what was provided by the municipality. So. Conseiller Brisson?
Also saying that even if it was an arena in a new building, new facilities, there's always some adjustment to do.
Mhm.
So, no, I'm really, I just heard some good news too.
Parfait. Merci beaucoup. Item 18,
ça-
excuse, conseiller Brisson, 17B, Carnaval d'Embrun.
C'est juste mentionner justement un rappel que le carnaval d'Embrun commence ce vendredi, le 19, et finit le 28, avec le brunch des optimistes le 21 et le brunch des pompiers le 28. Fait que toujours excellent et de supporter notre communauté.
Parfait. Merci beaucoup, Monsieur Brisson. Unfortunately, since Ogra and Roma split, Roma starts on the weekend, and I'm gone first thing Saturday morning, so I'll miss the Living Locally Fair and the Carnaval d'Embrun. But, I look forward to catching up at least for the fireman's breakfast, which is always, as well, a good breakfast. We'll move on to item 19, closed session. Motion to move into closed meeting at the hour of 6:55 p.m. to address matters pertaining to Section 239 of the Municipal Act 2001, SO 2001, Chapter 25, to consider matters relating to 1. Court case, Section 2B, personal matters about an identifiable individual, including municipal or local board employees, and Section 2F, advice that is subject to solicitor-client privilege, including communications necessary for that purpose. Item 2, proposed acquisition of land in Embrun. Section 2C, a proposer pending acquisition of disposition of land by the municipality or local board. And Section 3, partnership. Section 2B, personal matters about an identifiable individual, including municipal or local board employees. Need a mover and a seconder. Moved by Conseiller Brisson, seconded by Conseiller Saucier. All those in favor? All those opposed? Carried. We are now in closed session. Thank you very much, everyone. We'll take a 5-minute break, and we'll be back for 7 p.m.